How? Let's find out. The next heading is the causes of sound. Sound happens when matter moves back and forth very quickly. A back and forth movement is called vibration, as we know, because we did that when we were doing the chapter of matter. So vibration is back and forth movement. Sounds happen only when something vibrates. Suppose you are listening to these instruments being played. He's talking about these instruments which are giving in the background. You would hear high sounds and low sounds. Pitch describes how high or how low a sound is. Objects that vibrate slowly make sounds with a low pitch, and objects that vibrate more quickly make sounds with a higher pitch. Now, to explain this point further, I will move on to this picture I drew of particles of matter. Remember how matter is made up of particles. Let's suppose I have a stick and I have a table. And the table, since it is solid, it has to be made up of particles. So when I take my stick and I hit the table with it, these small little particles, they would start vibrating. But if I apply little force, they will vibrate less. And so there would be less vibration and the pitch will be low. But on the other hand, if I hit the table forcefully with high force, the vibration of the particles would be higher. They will vibrate more. They will vibrate more fiercely. And as a result of more vibration, they will give out a sound which has higher pitch, right? So when the sound is less, the pitch is lower. And if the sound is high, the pitch is higher. So let's take a look at this paragraph once again. Suppose you are listening to these instruments being played, you would hear high sounds and low sounds. Pitch describes how high or low a sound is. Objects that vibrate slowly make sounds with a low pitch, and objects that vibrate more quickly make sounds with a higher pitch. I hope there is no confusion. If there is, you can ask me in the WhatsApp group. Percussion instruments make sound when they are hit. So these kinds of instruments are these, like drums. You hit them and then they make some noise or actually sound which we like or might not like. But the thing is, these instruments are the ones which produce sound by hitting them. And on the other hand, there are instruments like these which make sound by plucking. So percussion instruments make sound when they are hit. Steel drums are played by tapping them with a rubber hammer. Other drums are played with wooden sticks, metal brushes, or the hands. You might have seen the ones that are played with hands at shadis, etc. And then you might have also seen the ones which are played with wooden sticks, right? If you lightly tap a drum, you would hear a soft sound. Why would you hear a soft sound? Because the vibration of particles is lesser. If you hit the drum harder, you would hear a louder sound. And the harder you hit the drum, the farther the drum head moves back and forth. And the vibrations become stronger. And when the vibrations become stronger, what will happen to the sound? It will also become louder. The loudness of the sound depends on the strength of the vibrations. Now, stringed instruments make sound when the strings are plucked.